Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Illinois Fighting Illini, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Michigan Wolverines. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Illinois will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Michigan's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. You know, you open a game like that, and it sends a message. You might want to take him away, but you're not going to.
You ain't going to. My guy is better than yours.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 15. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
Well, if you're going to be in the Heisman picture, you got to make plays week in, week out at receiver, and that's what he does. He's a good route runner. He's reliable, and he's got speed to take it to the house. Top 5 in the nation right now in receiving yards.
Looking to throw on first down. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Illinois' offense has its first opportunity of the day. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Illinois lining up quickly.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
From the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. He might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. So here comes the Michigan offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Pressure coming. Quickly out to the tight end.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Got room on the return. The 20.
And defensive backs you think don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Man.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Man, you got to give credit to this defense. In the sudden change situation, they've barely had a chance to even blink. Just a second ago, they were on the sideline. All of a sudden, there's a turnover. They got to take the field. They're on their own goal line, and a phenomenal job getting lined up, communicating, and making sure that that pass play fell incomplete.
On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown to Illini. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. Extra point here will tie the game. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the second one, and now to try to get things back on track. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Right back to him on the ground. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Makes the grab. Still on his feet at the 45. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And he's been the go-to guy all year long. Like, he's in the top 5 in all of college football in receiving yards for a reason. They're going to find him because he's always open, making plays. This dude has been unbelievable. He's being mentioned in the Heisman conversation. That is really hard to do as a...
He caught it! Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense.
Trying to get it in. And he will score. Touchdown, Wolverine.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. On the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Illinois offense returns to the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll try the run. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. A pickup of 6. Illinois can be aggressive here on second and short.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. The give from the gun. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Illinois right back to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Illinois putting together a really nice drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The Illini just added to its workload after that last play at 2nd and long. They got to him in a heartbeat. Man, was he back there quickly.
And you can see the linebackers up near the line of scrimmage. Which one's coming? He comes flying through with great speed. The offense had no clue how to get him blocked, and he gets the big sack.
Now the play fake. He's going to throw deep right side. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. Turning it on. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Of the period, first down here. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark. The Fighting Illini with options here on 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run play action. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Plucks it out of the air. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Well, the field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on 3rd and short in field goal range. They get the completion, now setting up first down.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Now the toss. Touchdown, Illinois! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Looking for the tie with the extra point. Backed up in the extra point is blocked. Still on his feet. Remember, he can return it. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. All wideouts, no backs. Quarterback may change this route. They'll start this drive going to the air. Zings it complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. On target. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Unleashes it. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line getting set on second down. Looking to fire. Working that left side now. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Pulls and fires complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. It'll be third and long. Might be changing the route. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab on the left. There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Not every explosive play in the passing game needs to be a 70-yard bomb down the field. If you find your running back in the progression, you just get it to him quickly. He's one of the most dangerous guys on the field with the ball in his hands, and he showed you that. Great vision, great speed, phenomenal job after the catch, and it's a big play for the offense in the passing game.
The give to the back. He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wolverines have it in scoring position on first and goal. Looking to throw. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Guys, it's been an entertaining first half and not a lot of time left to put some more points on the board.
No, but you got this possession right here to maybe go into the half tied up. So good first half, but a great way, Jesse, to end this first half.
Yeah, you'd love to take that momentum into the second half. And listen, this offense practices 2-minute every single week for this exact situation. They'd love to be able to go generate a few more points before taking it into the locker room.
So now it's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Bringing the heat. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense.
There he goes. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Wolverine. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They've got the lead, trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the upright to 28-13. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? From the gun, running back gets the gift. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, 1 half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Ann Arbor. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, but they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Works the middle of the field. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I'll tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. The Wolverines are threatening on 1st and goal. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Michigan! And the pummeling has started.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And they tack on the extra point. It's 35-13. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Maryland has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in College Park. They're up by 4 over Minnesota. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Rides to back and leaves it. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
But you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Quick completion to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Fighting Illini facing a 3rd and long to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Complete downfield. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Illinois moving it quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. Right on the money. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. The play action fake. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You can tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
They'll send the back in motion. Throwing right. Got his man. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Illini started this drive deep in their own end, but now starting to generate some momentum. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
I know we're in the third quarter, but because they're trailing like they are, they're right now in 4-down mode every single drive. Throwing incompletion down in the red zone, this is a no-brainer. They're going to be throwing it again, and we'll see if the defense can step up here.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team. Stop him at the 21. So here comes the Michigan offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the...
Breaks into the open. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
And the Wolverines just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense.
He'll take a shot. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened. And that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Buying some time. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires to the right. It's caught. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
And that's a first down.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work in the final period of this one. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the route is on. They add on another score, and now that record oh so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it. End zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that.
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. The give to the lone running back. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Snagged out of the air. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration.
And this defense has brought their A-game. Done a great job stopping the run, stopping the pass, not giving up a lot of points. Even right there, everything's difficult. They string it out towards the sidelines. Everybody's flying to the football. This defense has looked spectacular today.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Quarterback empties his backfield. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's got his man, makes the grab, and he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the 4th quarter. 1st down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Michigan! And the punishment has been extended. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. It's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Illinois can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Got a man. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Shakes off the defender. Looks as if Illinois will have enough for the first down.
And 4th and inches for me is a green light anywhere on the field. I'm going to run the football. I'm going to be physical. I'm going to go to my play. I know I can get it. I like the play call on 4th and inches to go for it.
Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. Lowers those pads. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. The Fighting Illini with options here on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Shoots it to the left. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man.
You know, that's a great job by the receiver on that curl route. There's a lot of receivers that finish the route and they just stop. And that allows the DB to close the gap and then knock the ball away. Nice job by that receiver continuing to come back to his QB.
Wants to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Dugan. They'll get him on the ground, but not before Illinois picks up the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like
he lobs one high down the left side. And the DB right with him to knock it away. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Quickly complete.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this 3rd down from deep in your own territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. Turning it on. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
makes the grab. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10.
It's another first down for the offense.
Looking downfield on 1st down. They're working that left side. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
Using his legs to buy some time. Rolling right and going deep. He's got it on the outside.
Could this guy be the next receiver to bring home a Heisman Trophy? He's got everything you look for in a game changer at the receiver position. He's off to a great start in this one.
And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'll be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Trying play action. Blasted as he lets it go. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. Just complete and utter dominance, and this one outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, neat face, ball game over.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.